Hello, hello. I'm going to work on my grungy journal, and I'm going to do something that I have no idea if it's going to work. I have changed the grungy journal slightly. I have changed the pages, and I'll show you that shortly. I've got 2 tags that have come from various kits that I have, and I'd already backed them and sewn them, and I've put them aside. I've had them for a long time, kind of made, and not done anything with them. So I'm going to do something with them now. But like I said, this could go completely horribly wrong. I'm going to spray some water in this little pot. Quite watery, I'm going to make it. I'm going to add a little bit of ink to this. Not a huge amount. I'm going to, I've got a paintbrush. I'm going to wet my brush, dip it in, dip it back in my water because I want this quite, I just want to take some of this kind of new tag feel away from this and ink it up so it kind of matches the rest of the journal a little bit more. And I'm going to add some here. Just give these a dry. I'm going to put these aside for a minute, and I have 2 pieces of scrap cardboard here. Now they're quite bulky, so I don't want to put them straight through, straight into my journal. So I'm going to put them through my little desktop. What's this called? It's the baby blue from Tattered Lace. These are now much flatter, going to be much easier to work with. So what am I going to do? Don't know really. I'm going to start, I've got some gesso. Let's start with a bit of gesso. If in doubt, get the gesso out. Can't beat gesso. Okay, while that's still wet, let's just add some ink. Just spray them. Oh, that's out. That's okay. Just had my nails done. Had my nails done this morning. Had them short. I don't seem to have a lot of luck with long nails at the moment. And sticking to our colour theme, I'm going to add on some grungy blue. Oh, that's looking good. I've got some scraps of the paper from the top of the cardboard scraps, so I'm just going to lift some of that. Okay, these are going to need a little bit of a dry. They're dry enough for what we're going to do with them now. And I have, oh look, let's have a, this is a piece of twine that I've taken apart. There's just 2 strands on here. Let's try that. Tie this around here. I'm really making an effort to not think too much. I've got some wire here. Let's do wire on the other one. This is extremely thin wire. Let's go in the middle on this one. Meat. And just about meat, and because it's so thin, I'm just gonna wrap that and then push that down. So we've got our wire there. Let's have a look for some fabric. going to use these photographs. Maybe I should have put the photo on first. Quite like that. Okay. I'm going to grab my glue. Might have to take the top off that one a little bit. Might have been a good idea to make sure they fit onto my tags before. I'm going to tear a little bit off the top of this one. I don't know. I think they need something else. Just grab my little scrap box. This is a piece of, this is tape that's used for plasterboard, and this piece I've used as a stencil several times, so it's got a bit of, I think I'm going to put that on there. I just don't know if it needs, mind you, I can still add something to the top of that one. I actually quite like that. Let's see what else I've got in here. More of those circles that I went a bit mad with, punching them out. Ooh. Make this a bit shorter. Like that. Let's try this. I'm back. My brother has just had to park on my driveway because my whole road, I live on a busy road, is blocked because people have decided to panic buy petrol. And there are too many people trying to get in the petrol station and nobody's able to get out of the petrol station. So they're blocking the road. And my brother, who lives in the road behind mine, he can't get home. So he's parked on my drive and he's walking home. Madness. Madness. I'm actually glad that happened because it gave me this epiphany to dye these. So I'm happy with that, I think. And I am absolutely loving Southern Girl. It is Southern Gal Designs. So I was almost right when I was trying to remember yesterday. I missed the designs off the end. I think you can probably see the influence. Right, let's get this glued. Oh, I quite love that. I do. I think it needs a staple. Let's add a staple. I'm gonna glue this to the underside of here. Add a bit of tape. Yep, like that. And that's not too big. And this one I'm quite loving too. Right. When you get this curly tag issue, all you got to do is dry it from the other side, and then you get your nice tags flat again. Let's get a bit of yep, I like it. I'm going to glue these down. Very happy with those. Put holes in here. Got my scissors. I'm going to go with the twine on this one because it will match the other. And this one, have I got enough? These are my two tags. I'm quite happy with how these have turned out. Loving using my cardboard scraps. And they are very in keeping with the grungy and the blue that go in our journal. So let me show you a couple of things I have done. So like I said, I've decided to make this a little bit of a bigger and more in-depth journal than I had originally planned. I've changed some of the pages. I'm going to be doing something here. I've added this, and I want to do a little something more over here on this page. I think I'd like that hanging. And I'd like this on here. I'm going to put a small amount of glue and I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. Put this on the edge, maybe move that over a little bit. Right, I'm going to just run a quick stitch down here on my machine. Let's trim a little bit of that, not too much. Right, there was another page that I wanted to do something else with. I am trying to decide about this butterfly and the fabric. I'm not sure, but I really want to put that in here, so I'm going to add this. This is from my new bumper butterflies kit. I'm going to leave that in place, but I'm just going to quickly flip through and show you what I have done. So I've now got that page decorated. That was the page we did in the first video. I've added some vintage ephemera pages now. And I've taken out a couple of things that just didn't seem to work anymore. So that page we did in our first video. This is another vintage piece of ephemera, and it's folded over. I don't want to unfold that, so I'm going to clip that somehow. Just added a little piece of inked page and a piece of fabric there. I may add something else here too. Done some little decorating on the top of those 2 pages. Here's another piece of the vintage ephemera. This is also a piece of vintage ephemera that came from a legal document from the 1800s. That was all, you know, it wasn't bound, so I've added that. And the other side of that piece. This will need something adding. Another piece I've added in. I've got a postcard here I want to include on that page somehow. That's the other piece of that vintage document. This is the little flip out that I did on Instagram today. I think that's, I just absolutely love that. How awesome is that? And that's the other side of the page we did. I've got another little piece of inked thingy there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Now, what I want to do is have another vintage envelope. It's going to have to go fairly close to the inside so it doesn't force open too much. I'd like to put that as a page, as a flip out, and then I think add one of our tags so that will open out on the flap. I think that would work, but I think maybe it would work better if I put it on this side. So I can glue quite a good amount of that. I think just might need to add a staple just to make sure that's going to stay nice and sturdy, and then that will be a little flip, and there's still plenty of room to decorate or write on the back. Oh. Let's ink this and see what it looks like. Oh, I've got a, oh, hang on. That's quite interesting. I just love the greys you get from the ink. Yeah. I'm not sure about that bit, but I really like using the flap of that envelope, and then we still get the vintage envelope, and we've got that kind of grey colour stamp, so that kind of blends and works quite well with what we've got. Now this is something else I have. This was when Andrea and I did our tag fabrication kit. This was not with the black on it, but this was one of the original tags that I made to work on top of for that kit. So I kind of wanted to use this. I've added some ink and I just loved how that turned out. I've folded that where we have plain pages. It can't go there because we have something on the other side. So let's see, this would work. Okay, that's not actually going to fit well in here, but I want to use it. So what I'm going to do, you can all go, I'm going to cut where I've folded. not perfectly in half, but that's okay. Couple more of these scraps. Don't want a huge gap. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a stitch down each side of this. So this is going to go in here. And as long as we catch that right, we can have our middle signature stitch come through here, and then we can have them here and here. If we do a three hole pamphlet stitch, that will fit quite like that. And then we've still got some options for decorating the back of this. I really want to use that. Can you tell? I really want to use this. And what I love about these butterflies, which I don't know if anybody who's purchased them has already noticed, but they're actually, the bodies are upside down. So you get to see their legs. I love them. I do. I love them. I actually like that very much. So there can still be something on here actually. What I'm going to do is take these down slightly, so they're not as intrusive on that tag. I'm not sure about the other side. I quite like that side. And then something needs to go on there. Right. We have one more tag that we've made to go in here. I'm not sure how I'm going to attach this as yet. Now I'm going to use just an index clip. So that's going to be in there for now. It's coming along. Need something here. Definitely need something here. I think I'm going to add this cheesecloth. I'm going to sew this. Okay, I'm really happy with what we've done today. There is obviously going to be more, and I do need to do something on the cover. This image, it just reminds me of my nana. I keep wanting to use it, but I want to keep it. So I don't know. I was thinking of putting that on the front. We'll add something. But I hope you are enjoying how this is coming along. There are so many things we could do. Some of the things I will not be doing on camera because there just isn't time to film everything. But we'll probably have one more session definitely to do the cover. So love that. Love it. I will see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.